Hey, it's me, Brianka J, and you're back for a brand new episode of The Breakdown. And today, on The Breakdown, all I'm going to be talking about is how to respond to text dependent questions. Let's get into it. Responding to text dependent questions is really important. In fact, it pretty much proves that you know what you're talking about, you read it, and you get it. So, when a teacher asks you to respond to a text dependent question or a short answer question, they're typically looking for you to write a paragraph. In order to do it properly, there are four major steps, and I call this the race strategy. The race strategy is pretty simple. You need to restate the question in answer form. You then need to respond to the question or answer it, the A part of race. The C, it stands for cite. You need to cite evidence from the text that supports your theory. And lastly, the E. The E is for explain. Explain why this is important or significant or how it ties into your claim. If you're doing this, you're typically going to have about 4 to 5 sentences for your short answer question, if not more. You need to be making sure you're very detailed and also mentioning the text and the author's name in your answer. This pretty much frames your work and helps the reader understand exactly what you're talking about. The last thing you want to do is have a reader come in and you're simply answering a question and they have no idea what the question is. Or worse, you answer a question, you're right, but you don't explain it and you don't get the grade you deserve. So, the key to this is making sure you're clear, specific, and really diving in and making sure you're answering properly. To do this, the race strategy can keep you on track and act as an outline for what you need to say so you can capture your best. So now what I want to do is pretty much walk you through how I would tackle a question and use the race strategy to get it right. These strategies I'm about to show you can be used on any question. So the one I'm using is simply an example for you to take and take the same steps and apply to your next assignment. Okay? Responding to short answer questions or text dependent questions using the race strategy is very simple. The first thing you're going to need to do is the R is to restate the question. That is step one. So you're going to take your question and you're going to restate it as an answer. So for example, where you see the what is, you're going to change that to the most. Instead of what, you're going to say the and restate the question as an answer. Your second step is to answer the question. Now you may need to go back to the text to do this, and that's okay. But you need to make sure that you're reading and prepared to answer the question at the best of your ability. So for me, I went back to paragraph 1 as they asked me to and thought about the major culture conflict. And then I wrote my answer as you can see, which is him making a counter argument against a leading politician in order to say that to rationalize the use of cruel and unusual punishment. The next thing I want to do now is cite evidence because I know that a good answer also comes with evidence. So I go back to the text and I look for the words that show me the author's meaning and I quote the text. So if you see here, I have made sure to quote the text and use quotation marks to do so. The next thing I'm going to do now is do my final step, which is step 4, and that is to explain my answer. So now that I've restated the prompt, answered the question, cited evidence, I'm going to bring closure by explaining the importance of this. So I used maybe 1 to 2 sentences to explain why his use of the argument was compelling, and I do that at the end to bring it full circle and to bring completion to the answer of the text. Once I do that, I should have a full answer that's going to look a little bit like this, and it's going to be in the style of a paragraph. So really quickly, I'm going to show you what it looks like put together. There we go. So if you see the restatement, and then in red you see the answer, in green you see the cite, and then in purple you see the explain, and fully it looks almost like a paragraph, so your answers will be a bit longer, and that's going to show that you're specific and talking from a place of understanding and bring closure to your work. I think this is a really great strategy, and if you use it, your likely to have success in any opportunity you do from high school to college. Hey, I'm Brianka J, and you have been learning how to do text dependent questions. I really hope that you found all of this information very helpful and that you can take it and apply it to your next assignment. And I can promise you that you're sure to get way better grades with this strategy. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.